You can probably guess what's happening here in Atlanta. It is 7:57 a.m. Actually, it's not. My clock's wrong. But anyway, we're stuck in traffic, and that's pretty much what we do here in the ATL in the morning. I have a special discussion to have about that here shortly, and I'll get back to that. But first, I want to give a huge shout out to... Yesterday, I mentioned the Bragg blog and said that I followed it, and I actually kind of got busted because I hadn't been religiously following, and it turns out some time ago they switched to thebraggbook.com, and it's the Bragg with 2 G's book.com, and it's a great site, and it's a bunch of people, and they're not really bragging about anything. It just happens to be their last name, but it's a multifaceted conglomeration of Braggs that are sharing stories of their lives that include things like CrossFit, fitness, babies. Apparently Joe needed to put his whole honey-do list out there, and he has enough chores to keep him busy at least until the end of the next millennium. But you know, that's kind of how life is. You always got something to do. Anyway, that's pretty cool. That car just sort of jumped in front of me without a turn signal. Anyway, the thing I want to talk about today is the Waze app, and I encourage you all to pick up your smartphone after you're done watching this video and you press like, and head over to your app store if you happen to be using Macintosh or an Apple product, or the Play Store if you happen to be using an Android device, and download Waze. Now, that was a mouthful, so I'm going to remind you also to have a 5-hour energy to keep awake while doing this. So anyway, download the Waze app, and it's kind of really as strange as this may sound, a social network of sorts for driving, which sounds quite dangerous, but it's really not anything like I just described. It's something completely different. I just used those words because that's what I wanted to do. Anyway, what happens is, as I'm sitting in traffic, I already did this, so I don't have to do it in the middle of the video. I can click on a couple buttons and report that there's bad traffic. And then the people around me, these people here that you see, they're out there, you see them, if they are using Waze, they can say it as well. If there's an accident, we can say there was an accident. If there's bad weather, we can say that. And we get points for that, and that's all kind of cool. But the neat thing is that Waze assembles all this information and keeps track of it and figures out when there's a traffic jam, and then says, hey, all the Waze users that are stuck on I-85 South right now, coming up on the exit 86, are going very slow. Maybe we shouldn't send people that way. So it auto-senses another route for you and sends you on a different path. It's not always perfect, but neither is Google Maps or Garmin or anything else. But it is really neat. You also, here's the added thing for people who have a heavier than usual right foot. I can also report that there is a police officer ahead, and then when I'm driving along, it'll say, caution, police reported ahead, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it says. But then I know to check my speed and make sure I'm not going too fast. It's a nice little feature, and it's not 100% accurate, so don't think you got Waze and you're never going to get a ticket. But hey, any intel you can get on the location of the man is definitely good. So anyway, that's today's tip of the day with the Waze app. As you see, it doesn't completely eliminate traffic, but basically I had 3 ways to get to work. One was going to take me 31 minutes. One would be taking me up over that bridge you see over there, and you see it's not moving much faster than this. And the other one would be 36 minutes. See, this car actually was on the Waze. There was a vehicle on shoulder. That's a hazard. I'm going to get over here so I'm not that guy that rushes up the side. Anyway, the Waze app, it's awesome. You can also score points. You can get a sword, and then a shield, and then ultimately you can get a crown when you're in the top 1% of all the drivers in your state. And two of the Braggs, Joe Bragg and Chad Bragg, they get mentioned on this video more than anybody I know. I'm not really sure why, but they also have earned their crown. Joe is in like the top 1% of the top 1% or something. I've just earned my crown, and it just says you've made it. So if you happen to be looking around, you'll see the condor, and I'm a little cat, a calico cat with a crown. That's me. So anyway, have a great day. Enjoy your 5-hour energy. Check out thebraggbook.com, and we'll be back tomorrow with some more comments from my commute. Have a great day.